How do you feel when you first wake up in the morning? What thoughts are you thinking? What are you telling yourself about different areas of your life? Every morning is our chance at a new, fresh start. It's time to wake up and start over. Whatever happened in the past is just that. It's the past. So don't even allow your mind to focus on it. Instead, bring your focus to this moment and realize just how amazing it really is. Because it is. My morning routine starts off with a meditation before my 2 kids even wake up. And this is when I have to do it. Because if I don't get it done now, it can't happen again until maybe nap time. I find different meditations right here on YouTube, and I put in my AirPods, I grab some crystals, today I grabbed citrine, and I meditate for anywhere between 5 and 15 minutes, whatever my day allows for. And this new position that I saw on TikTok, I'm totally here for it. It was really, really relaxing, and I just felt completely at peace. So meditation is something that I got into last year, and I've just found that quieting my mind first thing in the morning changes the whole trajectory of my entire day. So now I'm done and I'm at peace and I'm calm and I'm just on such a positive frequency, and I'm ready to control my day and not let it control me. Ideally, right after my meditation, I would love to do a quick journal prompt. But today it just didn't happen. My kids ended up waking up a little bit early. So if you're new here, I have a son, Austin, who is 4, about to be 4. And then I have a daughter, Scarlett, who's about to be 2, and they're just amazing. They love playing together. So this morning I was actually able to do a quick journal prompt from the couch, which is the best because I get to be grateful and look around and just see it firsthand, which makes it so much easier when you're trying to write things down. There's just so many things to look around and be grateful for. So I will either free write or I follow an online journal prompt, but I just got this journal from Target and I'm obsessed because it is a guided journal prompt journal for 90 days, and it's a gratitude journal for morning and night. And to be honest, it takes about 5 to 7 minutes for me to fill it out in the morning and then another 5 to 7 minutes at night. But it's so important because it really helps, again, set the tone for your entire day. Everything in my morning routine is about setting myself up to have the best day ever, every single day. And putting in the effort is what helps my days to be so amazing and just so fulfilling. So if you're not a journaler, I urge you just to try it. Just to try journaling, give it a try, see what you think. So focusing on gratitude and aligning positive energy for my entire day just sets me up for such an amazing day. It makes way for amazing experiences just to flow right into my life. And it does happen. It happens every single day. But again, you've got to be open to it in order to see these things. So before I have my coffee, I make sure to drink 30 ounces of water. This Yeti is 30 ounces. I like to drink 4 of these in a day, which will get me to 120 ounces. Getting my water in is part of what makes me feel good, so I make a point to do it. And by doing all these things, making all these healthy habits, they've just been built on top of each other. So these are just things that I do every day without even thinking about them because it makes me feel good. I will chug 30 ounces of water right when I wake up, but before I have my coffee, I make sure that I finish this one Yeti and then I have my coffee, because coffee just dehydrates you even more, even though it's amazing. So I like to make sure I'm hydrated beforehand. And you know, as I'm drinking the water too, I'm thinking thoughts of, I'm so grateful to have filtered water coming right out of my refrigerator that's super cold and it just tastes amazing and it's hydrating my body, and I'm so fortunate to have it in my house. You know, sometimes we forget about things that are just as simple as that. So if you're looking for things to be grateful for, like throughout your whole day, look as simply as you can. Thank you for this cold water. Thank you for my refrigerator that's working right now. It's not broken and I'm waiting for it to be fixed. I have a refrigerator. It's got cold water coming out of it. You know, you can spiral down a rabbit hole of positivity just about the cold water coming from your appliance in your kitchen. I mean, it can be that easy. If you're looking for things to start with, start as simple as that. So then I make my coffee for the day. I've been loving just keeping it really simple. I did keto coffee for a little bit and I didn't like kind of the effects it was giving me, so I stopped doing that in January, and I've just gone back to keeping it really simple. So I recently got an espresso for Christmas and I love it. I today used the hazelnut coffee pod and then a little bit of heavy cream and then 1 packet of Truvia. This is like my go-to coffee now, and it's just perfection. So while the coffee is brewing, I just wanted to show you guys some of my other favorites in case you do have an espresso too or looking for flavors to try. So I really love the vanilla custard. The chocolate fudge is delicious. That's probably my favorite flavor. And then I like to also have just a regular plain coffee that's not flavored. So right now we're just trying out the Costa Rica blend and it is very delicious. Highly recommend all of these. I also really like the caramel coffee. That is really good too. I need to order more of that actually. So just thinking as this is brewing too and I'm smelling it, smells delicious. How thankful are we for coffee? Can I get a hell yeah? So as I'm drinking my coffee, the kids are playing and we're just having a nice, chill, relaxing morning. Mom is happy, kids are happy. That's how we like to have it in this house. As I'm drinking my coffee, I just do my oil regimen. This is another part of my day that literally takes 30 seconds or less. But it's something that I truly enjoy and I make a point to do it every day because it really helps me feel my best. So just like meditation quiets my mind, the oils like aid in my relaxation and my positivity, and just my overall well-being for the entire day. So the oils I use are Young Living, and the oil protocol that I do right now is Joy over my heart, White Angelica from shoulder to shoulder, and then I put Valor up and down my spine, and then my favorite oil that I apply multiple times a day that I absolutely love is an Abundance blend, and I put that on my wrists and I just breathe these all in. Take a second just to be grateful, be happy, live in the moment. Just kind of like take a second to just breathe because I feel like we don't really do that anymore. Any of us? I mean, just taking a second to just sit and just breathe. That just makes such a big difference in my day. And I know what you might be thinking. If you're also a mom, if you're also, working, if you're also working from home, if you're also dealing and you're juggling a whole bunch of things, what I'm doing right now might seem like, well, I don't have time for that. I want to just touch on that really quickly because I used to think that about majority of things that I do right now. I don't have time for that. My kids wouldn't allow me to do that, all of these things. I think it's all about how we look at it. And if you're not trying and prioritizing the things that you really, really know are gonna make your day amazing, I don't think you should be saying those negative, complaining things if you're not trying to make it work. I would really urge you, try to make it work. Really try. Say, okay, I'm gonna start with one thing. I didn't do all of these things at once. Start with one thing. I really wanna meditate. Wake up 10 minutes before your kids. Allot yourself 10 minutes before you know that they're gonna be needing you, that you can just sit quietly and do a quick meditation and do that for the week. See how it goes. You might not hit every day, but if you hit the majority of the days, then you're doing it right. You're doing it right. You're building a healthy habit. So instead of looking for excuses, which I've done, we've all done, look for a way to make it work. And that's the whole point of this whole video. Look for the positive instead of the negative. And also for the oils, if my kids are around, they love doing this with me. On this particular day, they were obsessed with playing trains, so I just let them be. But if they're around, they will do the oil regimen with me. So all day long, no matter what is happening, no matter what I'm doing, I am constantly shifting my thoughts. I'm constantly trying and shifting, making an effort to go from negative thinking to positive thinking. And I do this with conviction. I do not want negative thoughts to come into my mind. I don't want to start thinking negatively. I don't want to start complaining. I don't want to do any of that because you know what? It doesn't feel good. And I know that for myself. If something doesn't feel good, I'm not going to keep doing it. I cannot. I can't let my vibe fall like that. I need to keep positive vibes up here, not only for myself, but for my kids, my family, my dogs, people that I come in contact with. I want to be on point, the best version I can be of myself every single day, as much as I can. That does not mean my life is perfect. It is far, far from it. I took a little break recently from YouTube and even Instagram, which I just couldn't find the motivation to get back onto those two platforms because I wasn't feeling myself. We actually had to put my oldest Chow to sleep, and it was really hard for me and our family. And sometimes things aren't always what they seem. And I'm doing this video because no matter where you're at in your life, no matter what you're going through, these things can apply to you. You can still uplift your day. You can still start now and feel better and better and better and better. You just need to work at it a little bit each second of every day, as often as you can. So it doesn't mean that my life is perfect, but guess what? No one's life's perfect. No one's life is ever going to be perfect. That is amazing. Say that to yourself. My life's never gonna be perfect, you know? And then you kind of like have a weight lifted off your shoulders, because if your life is never gonna be perfect, then it's okay if it's not perfect. And if it's okay if it's not perfect, then you can try your best every single day and know that you're doing the best that you can. So in my opinion, that's the best part. For instance, I'm still a mom of 2. My husband is at work, I'm home with the kids, I'm managing my own online business. While you might be able to see a mess here that you're dreading to clean up, instead, my brain goes to, okay, I'm gonna take 3 minutes that it takes to clean up this messy table, I'm gonna do a quick vacuum, and the whole time I'm gonna be telling myself, I'm so lucky to have this awesome vacuum that makes my life really, really easy. And I love this table. This table, I remember picking this table out with my husband after we'd been to like 5 stores. We finally found this table and I'm just so grateful that I have it. I'm grateful for my hands, that my hands can clean up everything, that I'm not sick. I was sick a couple weeks ago. I'm so glad I have energy again. You know, I'm glad that my legs are in perfect health. They feel amazing. They can move me around the kitchen. You know, I'm grateful that I own my dream home and that I get the privilege to clean it. Those little thoughts, you know, they're so, so powerful. So I urge you to just think about how you're thinking to yourself all day long. What are you thinking about your mundane, everyday tasks? The mundane, everyday tasks can be the thing that shifts you to this positive, grateful, amazing place. You just have to pay attention to the thoughts that you're thinking. It's actually like the Sheryl Crow song. It's not about having what you want, it's wanting what you've got. Because the only thing that does is it enhances your entire experience. Not only does it make you feel good, it brings positive experiences to you. It makes your life that much better. It puts you in alignment with so many amazing positive experiences. So the main takeaway from this video is I want you to start romanticizing the life that you're living, because it's only going to make it better. And if you're thinking about something that you're grateful for, it is impossible to feel bad. It's impossible to feel positive and negative at the same time. One of them is going to outpower the other. So why not let it be positivity? Why not let it be being grateful? Why not let it be being happy and feeling good? And then if you are having a bad day, if you are feeling like you're in a really difficult situation, my first thing would be to say, look for something grateful. Look around. What can you feel grateful for? What can you feel grateful about your own body? Or what about your surroundings? Is there anything you can grasp for and feel grateful for something? And then think of another thing. Think of another thing. Think of another thing. Write these down if that feels like, if you feel called to do that. That is so powerful. And then read them back and think about your gratitude and think about how amazing your life is. It doesn't have to be focusing on the lack and the negative and the things that are going wrong all the time. Putting your focus on those things is only going to enhance them and make them worse and bring more things like that to you. Instead, you've got to turn away from those things. Don't even think about them. Don't even think about them. Think about the things that are going great. Everything that's going good, everything that feels good, everything that you're grateful for, what you have already, that's what you need to do. And sometimes that can be easier than others. It depends how negative and how down we are about a situation. Sometimes you just need to go back to bed and start the day over again and go back to the beginning of this video where I said, every day is a fresh start.
And one of the biggest things I do is leave my phone and my computer and tablets out of reach. Not only for the kids, but for me, so that I'm not on them scrolling and not living in the moment. Instead of being on here, scrolling and looking at other people's happiness, I am creating my own, and I'm not comparing myself to anyone else. And that is probably the most important thing that I can stress to you is online, you're only gonna see the happy things that people post. Hey, Jeannie. Don't compare yourself. Live in this moment. So back to the routine. Since I intermittent fast, it really allows me to focus on all of these things, part of my regimen. You know, it allows me to play with my kids, it allows me to do the oils, it allows me to meditate and not really think about food. And that was a real game changer for me. I started intermittent fasting a few years ago, on and off with my pregnancies, and it really has been a game changer. It allows me to focus my mind and not be so fixated on food and what I'm eating next and what I'm eating. But it does allow me to have that clarity in the morning that I really, really was missing in my life. So this morning,
Like many mornings, I'll do breakfast for the kids. We will play. We love playing Candyland. We'll play trains. Like today, we'll watch Dino Ranch. Is anybody else's kids into Dino Ranch? My kids are obsessed with Dino Ranch. It's actually a pretty cute show, but I've also seen every episode like 58 times, so it's getting a little old. Disney come out with a new episode so I can watch it. But those are the kind of things we do in the morning. And we're just kind of, you know, on days like this where we don't have anywhere to go, nowhere to be, no school, no appointments, nothing. We're just really just enjoying being home and playing with the toys that we have. I look around, there's so many toys. It's easy to go down that rabbit hole of like, we have so much crap. Instead, I focus on like, we are so lucky, we are so abundant to have so many options to play with, so many things for my kids to have fun with, so many things for them to use their imaginations with. No matter what we're doing, we could even be doing chores together. My kids love to help me vacuum. They have their own toy vacuums. We will wash the windows together. They love getting a rag and getting their little cleaner. They just love all of that. So no matter what we're doing, we're always laughing, we're smiling, we're having fun, we're joking around. And I literally have to remind myself too, all throughout the day, like, these kids are magical. Like, these are my kids. Like, I say to my husband all the time, I can't believe we have 2 kids. I can't believe they're so amazing. You know, sometimes we go through the days and the days can be long, but the years and the months are short. They're super short. And time can be a thief if we don't take hold of it and make the most of it. That's what this video is all about. Make the most of every single day. Don't just go through the motions and say, I hate my life or my life sucks. Make it better. Choose to make it better. Choose to think thoughts that are, you know, gonna be self-serving so that you feel better. So today I actually broke my fast at 12:30 and we all ate lunch together, me and my kids, and I actually had leftovers from the night before. I recently lost 65 pounds again after I had my daughter, and I maintain that by living a low-carb lifestyle, and I've been craving Chinese food so bad to the point where I almost was like, I'm just gonna break down and have a cheat night, but I didn't. And last night I made a low-carb General Tso's chicken. I made cauliflower rice, homemade, which I think is so good, and then just simple roasted broccoli. And this was such an amazing dinner. It was so easy, and it allowed me to stick to my plan for dieting and live my life by satisfying a craving, eat something that was super tasty and homemade. And like, isn't that what it's all about? Isn't that what it's all about? Maintaining, living a life that I live at the weight that I feel comfortable at. I haven't been this weight since high school. I mean, I just feel amazing right now. And I want to project onto anyone who's watching that you can have this too. It's so possible. Anyone can have this too. Anyone. And the biggest shift is working on your mindset. Your mindset is everything. Your mind controls everything, and your life can get 100 million times better by just taking your mindset and just working on it a little bit each and every day. So a huge misconception is that negative thinking is easy. Focusing on the lack is easy. Focusing on how you have a lot of weight to lose and you're not there yet. Focusing on how you're not living in your dream house. Focusing on how your house feels like it's a mess all the time. Focusing on all of these negative things. It kind of seems like that's easy, but it's not easy. That's just the default that we have in our brains. That's just where our brains go, where they want to be comfortable. They want to go to complain. They want to bring us down. They want to have us in this negative headspace. But you can slowly make shifts every single day to bring gratitude and positivity into your life. Romanticize this amazing life that you've been given. And you can create a life where positivity and gratitude are your default, not negative thinking, because negative thinking sucks. It feels bad. It makes you feel bad. Who wants to feel bad all the time? Once you change your default thinking and just overall being to being more positive, watch and see how much your life changes for the better. It's actually magical. I know for me personally and my clients, your life can get so freaking amazing just by being aware and grateful for what you already have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Please like and subscribe if you liked this video. Check the description box down below if you're interested in working with me or want any links from this video, and I'll see you really soon with a new one. Bye everybody.